Now, when this game came out a while ago, I kind of didn't really pay much attention to it because I thought, well, Battlefield 2042 is on the way. This won't really offer anything that Battlefield can't already do. And well, I was wrong, because Battlefield 2042 was shockingly poor, and today we have WW3 The Game making serious updates to try and improve the overall feeling of the game before it heads into open beta. It's still in a closed beta test right now, but they're making some pretty substantial changes that I felt were worth revisiting all over again. Now, for those of you who are unaware, WW3 The Game released a very, very long time ago, and it was complete garbage. So they went back to the drawing board, put the game off of Steam, fully redid pretty much everything from animations to shooting to pretty much anything in between, got acquired by a new publisher, and now they're back again in a closed beta test that you can actually buy and participate in right now, but will be heading into an open beta test and eventually free to play completely. This game features one of the most advanced customization systems of any given video game I pretty much have ever seen. Has leaning, has crouch sprinting, has very decent optimization, has really good customization ability in terms of the HUD, the UI, in terms of pretty much anything you can see on screen is changeable. This game is effectively what would happen if somebody decided to make Battlefield 4 again, but give it an upgrade, and that's what's really impressive here. Now, there have been some issues with this game, even though it's in a closed beta test. The first major one is that the audio was terrible and very tinny. The positional audio was pretty good, but there's just no punch or oomph to anything in the game. There was issues with balancing around vehicles versus infantry, because often it felt like you were just flat out being deleted by random vehicles across the map who didn't really make a lot of noise either. And also, generally speaking, the game just kind of lacks a bit of tempo. Some of the modes certainly aren't as good as the others. Sometimes you're playing, the Conquest equivalent mode of this game, and it kind of feels a bit boring in places. Now, very recently, they released a major update for the closed beta test, and one of the most incredible changes I've seen overall is a full reworking of all of the weapon audio in the game. Now, the guns don't sound incredible after this change, but they definitely sound better and sound more individualistic as well. There's more of a distinct sound to all of them, and a lot of them have a bit more of oomph behind them. Now, I'm not expecting these weapons to sound amazing like in Battlefield 4, for example, or in any other AAA title, just because there are so many of them and so many varied attachments that change pretty much everything about them. And as much as I want it to be incredible and amazing, positional audio is more important than the actual physical effect of the audio itself, and the positional audio in this game is really, really good. And I haven't had any issues with it after this update, and it seems to be in a much better place than anything before. Now, this audio overhaul not only changed the weapon sound for every single weapon in the game, it also added new mechanics to the sounds, melee sounds, sounds for impacts on bullets, sounds for different hearing distances for striking, and different weapon sounds as well. Volume passes and shell sounds for every individual caliber of weapon as well. So a 50 cal will sound different to a 5.56 round, for example. Different shell sound mechanics. Grenade sounds have been improved, vehicle sounds have been improved, and it's also fixed a bunch of issues with the game where audio wasn't working as intended, as well as just general issues with the game as well. They also fixed a bunch of issues with the party system, rejoining games, issues with crashes, issue with matchmaking, various party-related issues when you try to matchmake together. They've added a couple of new screens to the game as well in terms of newcomer screens for those people who are just diving into the game for the first time, and made a really good balancing pass, generally speaking. They managed to fix a bunch of hitboxes as well, and they've massively reduced the number of drones, air drones, ground drones, and combat vehicles available in the game at any given time. Now, before there was a bit of an issue in World War III where you would run into a situation where there'd be like a couple of tanks on the field, also some drones that were destroying you from above, as well as a ground drone which had like a mounted machine gun, and things would just get really messy really quickly and wouldn't be enjoyable at all in any way, shape, and form. But this is really welcome change and massively reduces the number of vehicles in play and gives the game a bit more of an infantry focus, which is good because I think that's where this game does its best. So there's been some really positive changes, and that's something I'm excited about because I kind of wrote this game off as a well, this can't really do anything better than Battlefield, so why should I pay attention to it? And in reality, I've been surprised by it, because not only did it do things that we wanted from 2042, but it's even gone a step further. Some of the stuff that you just can't do in 2042 is in this game. Leaning, sliding, having really good customization for both character skins, character operators, and the weapons that they are using is just above and beyond pretty much anything else I've seen so far in pretty much any shooter to date. And I'm really impressed with what they've done. And it's really a case of just getting this game into the next polished state, improving the audio, fixing the game balance, making the tempo of the game a bit more fast-paced is something I think they should definitely focus on next, especially in terms of player count, but I also am aware that they are being a bit realistic with that due to the physical ballistic system that this game has. And just generally speaking, this game could be in a really positive place as it goes into open beta and then releases free to play, which is something to completely remember. Now, this is just one stepping stone in probably a list of many things that are going to be updated, changed, fixed, and improved, but honestly, I'm really impressed, and I think this is something that, although it's going to take time for this title, is something that is going to be worthwhile waiting for. We've been let down by other AAA shooters this year. It's worth looking back into the industry, into people who are creating products that ultimately stand out from the rest, and I really think the guys behind this game are doing exactly that. They're focusing on creating a unique experience that we kind of wanted from Battlefield this year, but didn't get, and that's something I'm really excited for. If you're interested in checking out this game, there is a link in the description below where you can buy early access to the closed beta test as we speak, and for disclosure's sake, I do get a little bit of kickback from that. The guys who produced this game reached out to me and offered me this link or affiliate link, so big shout out to them. And yeah, if you're interested in World War 3, it's not long now until the open beta, so definitely keep an eye on things as things develop. If you enjoyed this video today, folks, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you again in the next one.